Hello everybody, this is FRC Formula Racing Championship Season 2012 Round 2 qualifying. As our season continues at Malaysia at Sepang International Circuit, and probably we're going to see something unexpected today. Yes, yep, it is going to be the first rainy session of the season. Uh, and a lot of people say that it is raining a lot at Sepang today, so yep, we may expect some surprises from the top teams and from the backmarkers as well. But now let's just not lose any time and proceed to our first qualifying session. And here we go. This is the weather, and looks like it is still dry at the moment, but it's going to be raining really soon. And yep, let's just continue and let's see what's going to happen in our Q1. And yep, it is still not raining at the moment. Uh, so it's really important for the drivers to come out as fast as they can to actually make it to the track and to start the flying lap on slicks. Here are our third drivers, Fritz Sola and Daniel Fraser. Then Satyen driveway above which Tilsley, the Mercedes of Bertie Kieslin, uh, Max Smitla, Adam Hidayat, Lithuanian Pasalik, Miha, Martinez, and just Van Oskan, Bagus, Blackwood, Hanebusa, Johansson, the Williams of Bencher Rushton, sorry, Musa Karimov, of course, Parcellus, Toast, Vucci Carmin with Toast, and yeah, Rushton is going to be the last driver to start his flying lap. The first solar is going to start the flying lap now. Uh, and let's see if he's going to perform in this qualifying session better than at Melbourne, as he had some technical issues with his car, and yep, as a result he was starting at the back of the grid, and yep, here goes. So right behind him it is Daniel Fraser. Who finished on P11 at Melbourne. It was a good result, I think, considering that he had to pit after the lap number 1 because of the broken front wing. But at the same time, yep, he could not overtake Santino Andreoli, who finished on P10 as the result. Now Fritz Kohler is going to cross the line, and it is 1:35.644. Santino really goes fastest overall. Which happened to second. Maybe Jake Heasley can do something with that, as he goes only 4th fastest, even slower than Daniel. Berto Heasley on P5, Max Miller on P3, and Adam Hidayat is going to be on 2nd place. Lipin Pasalic P6 ahead of Tilsley and Kieslin, as Miha is going to be on P9. Toro Rosso not looking good at all. Martins P11, Oscar P10, Bagus P8, Blackwood up to 10th. As Erika Hanebes is going to be on 6th place. What a great performance by the Force India driver. Nikos Stefans P14, Karimov P10, Paracellas P17 with Horlicker ahead of the Guam driver, and then we have Fernando Tost, Vushi Carmen only B13, and Benji Rushton. He's going to be 15th. Yep, that's pretty close. As now we have the Lotus 1-2 once again, as we have seen in the qualifying for Melbourne. They're looking really good this season. But yep, let's hope that I'm not going to jinx them, as Santino Andreoli also was leading the Q1, but yep, he had mechanical failure as well as Fritz, and his qualifying session was ruined. And probably while you're watching this, you're thinking, come on, where is the rain? It is already 6 minutes past since the start of the session, but there is still no rain, only clouds and nothing. Well, I still have no idea, but just don't trust this guy who's commentating. Just don't do that. If he's saying that the schedule for the week is going to be 2 races, and oh, we've got something interesting there. We've got a Marshall actually on the pit lane. Wonder what he forgot there, but yep. Where is him? I think he was somewhere. But anyways, let's continue. So just, if this commentator guy says that this week there are going to be 2 races, and as a result there's just 1 race, and the racing weekend starts at Friday. Then this idiot is talking about the rain, that it's going to be the first rainy session of the season, but no, there is no rain. Yep, so basically this commentator guy is just a bad guy because a lion is bad. Don't be like this commentator guy. Just be better than him. But anyways, we have a bush on the track. Looks like he, Sentina, Holler, Fraser Tisley, Smitler, Hidayat and others are going for the second flying lap as well. And yep, I think we're going to have another interviews, more interviews this season. Like probably if you want to be interviewed after about this session, just to join our Discord server. Link is in the description as always. So there you can join our voice chat, so you can be interviewed. But yeah, there's nobody there at the moment. And as well, if you want to be a commentator, you can just you can ask us to be a commentator in our championship, and yeah, I think we're just going to give you the role. And basically the main reason why there is only one commentator today, and why there was one commentator during the Australian Grand Prix, the replay I mean, it is because of the problems with the OBS studios. Because for some reason, because of the Discord voice call or something like this, the OBS studio is just going crazy while Abovish sets the second fastest lap in this session. And yeah, as a result, you could see such a slideshow like we had in the actual 2012 Australian Grand Prix, which was last week. And yeah, we just don't want to have these problems happen, and as a result to do the replay of the race. Oh, excuse me. So yep, that's it. Meanwhile, Tilsey is on third.
Second row, well done.
Hidayat is up into third ahead of Tilsley, and Gieslin is staying on P11 while Pasalik stays on P8 as well. Jeffrey Blackwood on P12, who is in danger, and up into P10 ahead of Karimov and his teammate Berta Kieslin. Aditya Bagas moves from P9 to P3, and now we have just 5 drivers in 1/10 of a second. That's great, of course, but now Paracelsus is up to P20. Swuji Carmen, who was on P13, moves up into P7. Looks like he has some problems with his car, or probably with the track knowledge. While Ozkan is on P14, rushed on P15, we have Williams in top 16. Probably I'm just not used to see Williams being that good compared to the previous season. Miha P14, Mustakarimov staying on P12, and Nicholas Johansson, who is going to stay on P17 with this lap. Jacob Holker does not improve as well, and yep, everybody just turning into the pits, with Andreoli still leading the session by 6 thousandths of a second. Yep, let's just have an onboard with Jacob Holker. He's way into the pits because why not? So meanwhile, outside the top 16 we have Nicholas Johansson, Rosetta Martinez, Jacob Holker, Barcelos, Toast, and Holler. And I think it looks like Holler is not going to make it into top 20 of the qualifying for the second time in a row, as previously he's got qualified on P21 after his problems with the car. Meanwhile, Wowish is inside the pit lane. Once again, he's the first one to leave the garage. And now all 22 drivers are... so the gap between Andrell on P1 and Holler on P22 is less than 1 second, and that's great. Well, actually, let's have an onboard with somebody who is outside the top 16, and the first one we have is Free Solar, who is on all the way down on the last position. Yep, no rain is going to happen today, sorry for that. Sorry for the clickbait. Let's go, Fritz Holler is on the flying lap. With his Sebastian Vettel helmet of Aston Martin in these pink colors. As after the first sector he is going to be half of 10th faster, that is personal best. And now he's completing the middle sector through these couple of fast corners. The Sipan circuit is fast itself. Yeah, it looks like Holler is about to get closer to Fernando Tost in the standings of this session. So it's only the final sector now for him, for Fritz Holler. The Swiss driver have 50 seconds left as well, and only Miha is in the pits. These are some interesting tactics. Probably he wants to save his car, but he's risking of getting eliminated as Fritz Holler is only on P18, but still a nice result. Daniel Fraser P6, meanwhile Berta Gestin is only P13 on Mercedes, but yep, as we see, Mercedes is struggling a lot with in these first two races, and the the team was struggling during the preseason testings as well. As he's still on P13. Santian really improves his personal best and now it is 134.583. Who's the next one? It's Max Miller, only P7 for him, but he's safe. He's going to make it into Q2. Meanwhile, Jake Risley is on P6, he's going to improve as well. Bugs on P3, Pasalic on P10, but yep, he's still going to make it. He's still going to make it. Unlike Paracellas, who is not improving on this lap as well as Zeta Martinez and Dabovic. Wuchi Carmen, Johansson, Blackwood. And now it is Erika Hanebusa. Meanwhile, Teasley is up in 2 seconds, Miller is on P6. And here comes Erika Hanebusa on the main straight. And it's going to be still 9th result for her. Bajirashan stays on P16. And that's it for this session. Or not. No, actually, Semtoskan is on P15, he's safe, and Sakarimov is on the lineup as well. So, out of Q1 we have Niklas Johansson, Free Solar, really close to top 16, but still Oscar on P13, okay. Then we have after Holler, Paracelsus, Martinez, Holker, and Tost. That's it for Q1. And we'll see a bit later for Q2. Hayabusa is on the track, and that means that we're starting Q2. Erika Hayabusa says the lap time of 1:34.9. Benji Rushton is a bit slower. Bertie Cassin is 1 second, just 2 thousandths of a second faster than Benji Rushton. Meanwhile, Hideat goes up to first. Miha 5th. Karim of P3, then Bagus on P2. Dane Fraser is going to make it up to second with Armin third and Pasalik P6. Povich is now on third with Jafari Blackwood on P11, still outside the top 10. Dick Teasley P7 and Max Midler P4 with Andrelli P5, and Oskan is going to be on P12. So basically the Q2 is over, talking about the battle for the position in top 10, so here are the drivers who could not make it into the Q3. On P11 we have Jafari Blackwood, just less than half of a tenth second slower than his teammate Bertie Gasly and Mercedes. On P12 it is Lipin Pasalic, the teammate of Erika Hanebusa at Force India. On P13 it is Karimov with his teammate Benji Russell on P15, so no Williams in Q3 sadly. On P14 it is Samet Oskan from Zauber, and on P16 it is Miha from Toro Rosso. Yeah, still have 30 seconds in the session left, but yep, it's not going to make any sense. So that's it, and see you in a couple of minutes for Q3, where the pole sitter is going to be decided. That's it, Q3, ladies and gentlemen. So who's going to win the poll? We're ready to get your predictions in the chat, so feel free to share your opinion about the pole sitter for the 2012 Malaysian Grand Prix. I already know my favorite, but I'm just going to tell him after the session ends not to jinx him, of course. And actually taking a look back at the history, not that deep, but in 2011 the pole sitter was Samit Oskan, the same way as he was in Melbourne. His lap time was 1:37.321 ahead of Max Midler on Ferrari and Daniel Fraser on Ferrari as well. As usual, as in 2012 season, the Ferrari lineup stayed the same. Then we had two Red Bulls, Gabriel and Bagus, the McLaren of Bovic, Darvis Daniel from Mercedes, but this time we have only one Mercedes ahead instead of two like in 2011, as the second fastest, I'm not going to say the slowest by, but the second fastest Mercedes was Bertie Kirsten on P9, and on P8 it is McLaren of Owen, and on P10 it is Jafari Blackwood. Anyway, Jake DLC is already done his lap. And let's see how good is he going to be, as he's now already completing the middle sector, and the time here is going to be 50, 55.592. And looks like Andrade is slower. This Renault was looking impressive through these two qualifying sessions, and Santino Andrade as well. Probably the pole position is not going to be there once again, but just look how they improved uh, comparing to the 2011 season when Renault, then it was still Renault, was a midfield team, but now they're capable to fight for some high positions and probably for the front row or the pole position. Anyway, Jack Tealsley is now completing his lap and it is 1:34.692. Santino is going to be faster. No, he is not. So Max Meter is the next one to cross the line. He's even slower, quarter of a second slower than the Red Bull. Armin P4 hit at P3. Hanebusa, sorry, P6. Hanebusa P6. Abovic is going to be just 1,000th of a second slower than Tilsley on second place. Bagus third. Guessing is going to be the next one. I'm not sure that he's going to fight for some high positions, but my prediction is going to be P7, but no, it's P9. And the last driver to cross the line is going to be Daniel Fraser from Ferrari. And it is going to be 8th position, and even, not even, just, yeah, that was another Vesla by Daniel. So let's see if he's going to improve next time, as we now have 10 minutes left in the session. And as we see, the stream was not lagging for the whole time being, so that's great. Well, we have no problems with OBS Studio, and that's fantastic. Meanwhile, the session leader Jake Gisley is in the pits. Let's go, 7 minutes left, and probably these are going to be the final laps of the session, as we have seen a bit earlier in Q2. Um, so we will have to look closely to these drivers and to their lap times, their laps as well. Six minutes left, Wushi Carmen comes down the final corner and starts his lap. He's now on 7th. Only Fraser, Hanebusa and Kieslin are behind him, but the last two drivers I named are not really fighting for some high positions on the starting grid, so let's take a look at his onboard. Meanwhile, we can join our Discord server, our interviews voice chat, if you want to get interviewed, while Wuji Carmen is 300ths of a second, improving on his Sector 1, on his best Sector 1 in this Q3, with Hanebusa having no improvement, but Santina really is quite close to the time of Tilsley as well. What about Abovic? No, looks like no improvement for him in this um, on this attempt, so he's still going to be behind the Red Bull, as Max Midler is not that close to Jake, but Bagus has the Sector 1 fastest time overall. But now, let's get back to Vucic, as he was looking good in the middle sector as well. And now down the final corner, down the main straight, and it's P5 for him. There's Sergio Hanebus with no improvement, Checklist with no improvement. And the session leader is going to be P1 still, but no! Santin Andreoli with the lap time of 134.654 is going to make it up into first, with Abovic staying on third, actually down to third after Andreoli's impressive performance on this lap. Max Mittler is going to cross the line next, but still he's going to be on P7 with Aditya Bagus up into first, ahead of Andrevli, ahead of TLC, and ahead of Abovic. That's it, or not? Fraser on P5, that is going to be next, but looks like no, and not the best lap by him. Berta Kieslin is the next, but only only improvements on his personal best, not on the fastest time overall. Vucic the same as Kieslin. But no, he's actually going into the pits, and that's a pole position for Aditya Bagus. Kieslin's going to be on P9, but ahead of Eric Libani Hanevasa. Let's see if there are actually going to be any more laps, but time... not sure that there are going to be more flat laps, but yep. We still have to see. I still have to see with just 1 minute for Vuji Carmen to leave the pit lane, to leave the pits and to start his warm-up lap. Even less. Now we have. Now he has only 30 seconds remaining.
remaining.
And now that's it. That's it. Congratulations for Aditya Bagus with the pole positions. That was really close to Sentinel, really. He almost made it into the pole position, but still, it is going to be his first time. He'll be starting from the front row of the starting grid. And actually, as I was about to say, and as I was saying at the beginning of Q3, that I have my favorite, but I'm not going to say his name, and now I can do that. And this favorite for me was Santino Andrelli, because just look how impressive he was performing in Q1, Q2. In my opinion, he would have been one of the main contenders for the pole position, and actually he was. It was really close, just 55 thousandths of a second, and the pole position was decided in the final moments of the session. Actually, not in the final moments of the session, but yep. Woody Garmin is going to test his car a little bit as he leaves the pit lane, but it is not going to make any sense as he is going to be starting from 6th. Bugs and Adrelli, that's the front row on P3. We have Jake Chilsey who was leading Q3 for such a long time, but sadly it's only P3 with a watch on P4. 1,000th of a second is between the two drivers starting on the second row of the starting grid. P5 it's Dane Fraser and P6 Vucik Armin. Then on P7 it is the second fastest Lotus. It's Adam Hidet, and just only P8 for Max Miller. That can be a disappointment for him. On P9 we have the only Mercedes in Q3, it's Berta Kistin, and on P10 it is Erika Levanik. I never say. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and see you next time for the race at Malaysia for the Malaysian Grand Prix. Looks like nobody's going for an interview, but that's fine. Anyways, once again, thanks for watching. I wish you a good afternoon, a good evening, or a good night, and goodbye. See you in the race.